The last problem on homework 8 is about similar triangles. So you have to set up a ratio, which is also the scale factor between the side lengths. So we're going to use two sets of corresponding sides to create these ratios. We're going to do the new divided by the original. So in A prime, B prime, C prime, we have a side length of 4.5, which is A prime, C prime, and that corresponds to AC in the original triangle. Then we also have a side length of 9, which is B prime, C prime, and that corresponds to 3x minus 2, or BC from the original triangle. Just like we have been doing, we have to multiply across. 9 times x is 9x, and 9 times 4 is 36. And then we're going to multiply across the other way. 4.5 times 3, you can count up by 4.5, or you can just multiply it out. Personally, I would go like this. 4.5, 9, 13.5. And it has an x. And then if I double 4.5, I end up with 9. So 4.5 times 2 is 9, and then we just need that minus sign in between. Looking at these two sets of variables, I have 9 and 13.5x. This one is smaller, so if I move that, I'll keep a positive coefficient, that number in front of the x. So here I'm going to move that 9 by changing its sign and moving it to the other side. These make 0, so I'm left with 36. 13.5 minus 9 is 4.5, but we have the x, and then we have to subtract the 9. Now all of my variables are on the right side, so I want to move my number piece over to the left. By doing that, I have to flip the sign and move it to the other side. These add to 0, so I'm left with 4.5x equals 45. Now I will divide by 4.5 on both sides, and x equals 10. But I'm not finished, so I have to go back and plug that in to figure out those new side lengths. I have x plus 4 as one side length, and 3x minus 2 as the other. I'm going to swap in the 10 that I just found, and I find out that the first side length, AC, is 14 centimeters. In this one, I swap out that x with the 10 as well. That gives me 30 minus 2, which is equal to 28 centimeters. So we have AC equals 14 and BC equals 28.